Hey, it's Tara, your yoga bestie. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a really great class for you. And, as usual, if you have blocks or props that you like to have, please bring them, but we're not using anything specifically. I always like to have my 2 blocks, so I have them right here. But let's make our way to a reclined position to begin with. So determine where you want your arms and legs to be and settle in by maybe wiggling into that space. And then let's close our eyes as we start to tap into our ujjayi breath. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. I've got my little buddy Lionel here with me. So our ujjayi breath is an audible breath. So you hear a snoring-like sound in the back of the throat, kind of like you're fogging up a mirror with your nose. So you want to make sure that it's an audible breath that you can hear and that others would be able to hear. And let's see if we can create a rhythm where we inhale to the count of 3 or 4 or 5 or even 6. Exhaling the same, or maybe making that exhalation a little bit longer. And while you're tuning into that breath, we've been talking about the Niyamas in my class, which is a second of the 8 limbs of yoga. There are 5 different parts, and they are our inner practices and self-relationship. And we have made it to the second one, which is santosha, which translates to contentment. But we're using a definition of finding ease. And our focus for this class is joy without conditions. So we're not going to continue to chase the better version of the pose or explore what changes when you stop trying to improve that moment. We're just trying to experience it. And let's be honest, that's not just the pose. Let's see if we can just enjoy the moment and not try to make anything better. Be a little bit more present instead of a little bit more productive, because we are human beings and not human doings. So santosha isn't waiting for us to feel better later. It's noticing that there's enough right now. So being completely present. So know that as long as you're enjoying yourself, that is the best way to practice santosha or finding ease. On our next inhale, let's find a nice full body stretch. You can extend the arms up overhead, you can extend those legs out in front of you. Any other movement that feels good at this time, maybe moving the head from side to side or making some rotations of the wrists, the ankles, just saying hello to your body. And then we'll bring our hands together at our heart center, our Anjali Mudra, as we set our intention for our practice. So maybe that intention is santosha, or finding ease and joy without conditions. Or maybe something else comes to mind that speaks to you in this moment. Please honor that. And we'll take a big breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Yeah, and then we'll bring our knees into our chest, just finding a little bit of a rocking motion from side to side, seeing how the body is doing in this moment. Big breath in. And then as we exhale, go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Maybe give them a nice big hug, rounding the spine to where your nose might touch the knees. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. We'll then bring our right ankle to meet our left knee, so creating a figure 4 shape. We'll take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, pick up that left foot. Don't use any hands. Just see if you can bring that right leg in a little bit closer towards the body. And then on our next inhale, let's reach those arms up overhead like we're trying to touch the wall back behind us. Exhale, reach those arms forward, lifting up the shoulders, your shoulder blades at that gaze. And we're just going to extend those legs out to a hover, and then we'll bring them in. So we inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. We'll bring that foot down. We can let the arms come out to the sides as we come into a spinal twist. So letting those legs fall over towards the left side and maybe gazing past your right fingertips here. Big breath in. Exhale. And then let's bring our gaze to center. We'll bring our legs to center. We can find some windshield wipers in between sides, just a nice wide stance as we let those knees go from side to side. And then we'll set up for our second side. So bring in the left ankle to meet the right knee. And then we'll lift up that right foot, drawing that left leg in a little bit closer towards our body. So you get to determine how close it is. And then we'll inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, reach it forward, lifting up your shoulders, your chest, your gaze. And then as we inhale, extend the legs out to a hover. Exhale, bring it in. We inhale, extend, exhale. Nice. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, then we'll bring that foot down as we find that spinal twist, teeing out the arms as we let the legs fall over towards the right and our gaze can go past our left fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then gaze comes to center. Legs come to center. We'll bring those knees into our chest as we start to rock and roll forward and back, so finding a rhythm that feels good to you. We'll eventually make our way into our standing forward fold at the front of our mat. So once you make your way there, you can separate your feet about hip distance apart or 2 fists, but also they could be wider than that. And maybe reach for opposite elbows, hanging like a rag doll, or bring the arms behind the back, interlacing the fingers, or whatever else you might like. Just softening those knees enough to allow your chest and thighs to come close to one another. And maybe shake the head out as if you're saying yes and no here. Big breath in. Exhale, release those arms. We can toe heel our feet in towards one another. Let's slowly roll it all the way up to standing. As soon as our head lifts, let's reach those arms up and back. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, we lengthen halfway, and then plant the palms as you step it back into your plank pose. Super strong. Weight shifts forward so we're not near the heel of the hand or the wrist, but we're at the base of the fingers. And let's take a full breath in. Exhale, lowering all the way onto our bellies. And once we're all the way down, tops of the feet coming in the mat, hands are underneath our shoulders as we inhale, lifting up cobra pose, bhujangasana. Exhale, we'll lower. And start to move through these at the pace of your breath. So that also means you can change anything up. I like to come onto my fingertips in a wide stance and then bring in some shoulder dips. And the next time that you lower it down, go ahead and bring your hands underneath the shoulders, tuck those toes under as we make our way into our first down dog of the practice. So find some movement here. You might bicycle the legs. You might bend the knees as you move those hips from side to side, just kind of checking in with how the body feels in this moment. Big breath in. Exhale. And then let's inhale, shifting forward, plank pose, nice and strong. Exhale, we'll slowly lower, maybe this time to a chaturanga or a hover here. Inhaling into your cobra or maybe your up dog. Exhaling into your down dog, lifting up those hips. And then right leg will lift as we open it up. Heel to behind, knee up towards the ceiling, working that left heel down. Stay right here, start to make some circles going in one direction. Going in the other direction. And then we'll inhale, straightening that leg. Exhale, bring that knee across to meet your left tricep. Hold it here, so we're really twisting in the torso, gaze comes forward. And then extend through that leg as you ground down through your back foot. Fall in triangle pose, so left arm reaches up. We can hold, or maybe we find some movement like bending and straightening the leg and making some circles with the left arm. Inhale, reach it up, gaze lifts. Exhale, bring that left hand down and then spin to the other side to where we come into our side plank. So right arm is up, and you can always stack feet like I'm doing. You can bring one in front of the other. You can also lower that left knee down and lift up through the right leg. So find a version that works best in your body right now. Inhaling. Exhale. And then right leg lifts. We're going to place that foot in front of our left leg so the toes face the side of the mat. And we're coming onto our seat, bringing that left leg behind. So you can find like twist type legs where that right knee stays lifted, or our cow face or Gomukhasana legs by letting that right knee rest on top of the left knee. From here, we're going to reach those right fingertips out to the side as we bring that left arm up and over, finding a side bend. You can also bring that hand behind your head as a reminder, just kind of lean back, which is going to create a little bit more space in that left side body. One more breath in. Exhale. And then bring both hands to the front of your mat. So listen, we're going to lift up our seat so that left knee comes onto the mat. We'll extend that right leg back, setting up for a spinal balance. So left arm will reach forward. As we reach in those opposing directions, we inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. We inhale, extending. Exhale, we bring it in. Inhale. Exhale. And then we'll reach and extend through the leg. Left hand comes down as we bring that right foot to the outside of our right hand, coming into a lizard pose. So I'm gonna have to scooch that left knee back a little bit. And you might find a little bit of movement here. And then draw the shoulders back as you lift up through your chest and gaze. Big inhale. Exhale. And then tuck those back toes under to lift up the knee. Step your left foot forward, and as soon as you do, shift your weight into your left leg to come into half moon. So if you have a block or a prop that could be useful here, maybe place your hand onto it as you extend through the right leg and open it up to the side. One more big breath in. As we exhale, bring your right hand down and then take a big step back into your runner's lunge. Right hand stays down as left arm reaches up, finding our runner's twist. So stacking shoulder on top of shoulder. Big breath in. Exhale, gaze down, and then ground down through your back foot like warrior two legs as we move into our reverse warrior. So reaching up and back, softening through that knee. Big breath in. Exhale, straighten that leg, and then bring your toes towards the long edge of the mat, where we'll bring our left hand down and our right arm up, twisting towards the back of your mat, so coming into our prasarita twist. One more breath here. On our exhale, we're facing the back of the mat. And as we do that, we lower that left knee down and lift up the left arm as we come into a supported, exalted warrior. So continue to soften through that forward leg, feeling that space along the left hip flexor. One more breath in. Exhale. And then we're going to move through half splits to this supported exalted. So as we straighten through the right leg, we'll bring our right arm forward and our left arm back. And then as we inhale, we bring the left arm up and right arm back. So just find a little bit of a rhythm where we inhale into the exalted, exhale into our half splits. Next time you come into exalted, hold it here, full breath in. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down. And then push the mat away to find your plank pose. Option to take your vinyasa or go right to your down dog. And once we find that down dog, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Left leg lifts this time, opening up that hip, heel to behind, knee up towards the ceiling as you work the right heel down. Stay here, start to make those circles going in one direction, going in the other direction. Inhale, we straighten. Exhale, knee comes across to meet that right tricep, so we're twisting in the torso. Really gazing forward so we're not creating heaviness by gazing down at the hands. And then extend through that leg for fallen triangle pose. We ground down through the back foot. Right arm reaches up where we hold it here, where we find that movement. Big breath in, we lift. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Face the opposite side for your side plank. So options are the same as the first side, but that doesn't mean you do it the exact same way. Maybe this side needs something different. Big breath in. Exhale. And then left leg lifts. Plant that foot in front of the right leg so the toes face the side of the mat. And then come on to your seat, sliding that leg underneath. Or again, we have like a seated twist where that knee is lifted, or it rests along that right leg. And then extend your left arm out to the side as you reach that right arm overhead, maybe placing the hand behind the head as a reminder to sit back so you feel more of that joy along the right side. One more breath in. Exhale. And then we lift up that torso. Both hands come to the back of the mat. We lift up our butt so that that right knee is down. And then we extend the left leg back, setting it for spinal balance. So right arm reaches forward as we inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale. One more. And then we extend, right hand lowers. Left foot comes to the outside of that hand for lizard pose, where we're going to scooch our right knee back. And just find a little bit of movement here. Opening up in this hip space. And then working the shoulders back, we lift up through our chest and gaze. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck those back toes under, lift up the knee, and then step your right foot forward, shifting your weight into that foot as we move into half moon, lifting up our left arm and leg. And I don't have a prop here on this side because I didn't bring it with me, but if you have a prop there, please use it. One more breath in. Exhale, lower the left hand down, and then take a big step back into your runner's lunge, where we move into our twist. So right arm reaches up, second shoulder on top of shoulder. Inhaling. Exhale, ground down through your back foot like warrior two legs. And then we inhale into our reverse warrior. Keep softening that forward knee as you reach back. Big breath in. Exhale, straighten that leg. Toes face the long edge of the mat for that prasarita twist. So right hand is down, left arm reaches up. So we're opening it up towards the front of the mat now. Big inhale. Our exhale has us facing fully front. So we lower that right knee down and right arm comes up as we come into our supported exalted. Keep shifting that weight forward. Inhaling. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Make your way to your plank pose where we have that option to take the vinyasa or go right to your down dog. And once you find that down dog, big breath in. Exhale, soften the knees, gazing forward as we step or float to the front of our mats. Inhale, we lengthen halfway. Exhale into our forward fold. Let's reverse, reaching up and back, opening up through the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands as you step or float it back. Making your way through this sun salutation A, or you can always go from your plank pose to down dog. Big breath in. Exhale, soften the knees, gazing forward as we step or float to the front. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, forward. Let's reverse, reach it up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands as we step it back. Making our way to our down dog. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, gaze forward as you step or float to the front. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, forward. One more, let's reverse, reach it up, reach it back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float it back. Making your way to your down dog or any resting position of choice. How we doing? That's our warm up for today. So I know if you're new to my class, that's scary, but here's the good news. Our warm up incorporates like almost all the poses that we're going to do in our two main sequences, which I call peanut butter and jelly. And we do each of them 3 times. So keep in mind, since we repeat, you can always listen to your body and back off or take a break. But at the end, we bring these two together for one delicious peanut butter and jelly sequence sandwich. So how does that sound? Amazing. That's what I thought. Sounds amazing. So let's go ahead and make it our way to, where are we going? Down dog. Peanut butter starts out in down dog. So as we make our way there, we're practicing our santosha. So we're finding ease and joy without conditions. All right. So from our down dog, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, we bring that knee across. And we're moving into that fallen triangle pose. So it's already familiar. Big breath in. Exhale, lower that left hand. Side plank facing the other direction. So right arm is up as we lift those hips up. And then right leg lifts so that we can place that foot in front of our leg and sit, either coming into our cow face legs or that seated twist variation. And then right arm reaches out as we lift that left arm up and over. Inhale. Exhale. We come back up. We'll bring our hands to the front of our mat as we bring that left knee down and extend through the right leg, coming into our spinal balance, where we'll bring it in for 3, for 2, and 1. We'll lower that hand down and we'll bring that right foot to the outside of our right hand, coming into our lizard pose. And then from this space, we pick up the back knee. So we step that left foot forward and come right into our half moon. Big breath in, extending through that heel. Exhale, big step back. And then left leg lifts because it's an infinity flow. Yay! We go right to the other side. We'll bring it across. And then we shoot that leg out as we inhale, fallen triangle pose. Exhale, lower the right hand. Face the other side as you come into your side plank. And then left leg lifts. We plant that foot in front, coming onto our seat for those cow face legs or that seated twist. And we lean it to the back. And then we bring both hands to the front so that that right knee can come down and we find spinal balance with that right arm and left leg extended. And we bring it in for 3, for 2, 1. Extending, bringing that hand down. Left foot comes to the outside. Lift up through your chest. And then the right foot steps forward. We shift our weight there as we come right into our half moon. Inhale. Exhale, big step back. And we're just going to keep going. Right leg lifts. Exhale, we bring it across. Inhale, fallen triangle pose. Exhale, left hand lowers. Inhale, facing the other direction for side plank. And then we lift that right leg up, plant it so that we can come onto our seat. And we lean to the back of our mat in that side bend. And then both hands come to the front. Moving into our spinal balance, we'll extend. And then we bring it in just one time now. And then we'll extend, bring that left hand down. Right foot comes forward, lizard. And then left foot steps forward, half moon. Open it up. Exhale, big step back. And then we find our one-legged down dog. Left leg lifts. Let's bring it across. We inhale, fallen triangle pose. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Inhale, coming into our side plank, lifting up that left leg so that we can exhale, coming onto our seat. Side bend towards the back of our mat. And then hands come to the front. Left leg extends back, right arm forward. We bring it in on the exhale, and then we extend, right hand down, left foot to the outside of that foot, lizard. And then right foot steps forward as we come into our half moon. Big step back, one-legged down dog. Let's bring it across for fallen triangle pose, left arm up. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, side plank, we lift up that right leg. Exhale, make your way onto your seat. We lean towards the back, left arm over, and then we bring our hands to the front. Setting up for that spinal balance, left arm, right leg, we bring it in. And then we extend, hand down, right foot forward for that lizard, and then left foot forward for half moon, shifting that weight into the left side. Big step back, one-legged down dog, left leg lifts, and we bring it across. Inhale, fallen triangle pose. Exhale, hand lowers. Inhale, side plank. Left leg lifts. Exhale, we come onto our seat. Right arm overhead as we lean to the back. And then both hands come to the front. Left leg back, right arm forward. Let's bring it in. And then we extend right hand down. Left foot comes forward as we lift up through the chest, lizard pose. And then right foot steps forward as we lean into that side, finding our half moon. We can then step it back, moving through a vinyasa, or making your way to down dog, or any resting position of choice. How is that for you? That's our peanut butter. So get a drink of water, or whatever you're drinking. It's San Pellegrino tea. I made that sound much more interesting than it actually is. Or, towel off, do whatever you need, because it's about to be jelly time. And I think we're all ready for that jelly. Am I right? I don't have anyone to argue with me, so yes, we are right. All right, it's jelly time. So let's make our way to the front of our mats. Check in with your breath. Working those shoulders up, back, and down. Feeling those side bodies expand. We are practicing santosha, which means we're finding ease and joy without conditions. All fantastic things. So let's inhale, reaching those arms up overhead, gaze is up. Exhale into our forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen halfway. And then plant the hands, keeping your gaze forward as you step the left foot back. We're in a runner's lunge where we move right into our twist. So left hand is down, right arm reaches up, stacking shoulder on top of shoulder. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, ground down through your back foot so that we can inhale into our reverse warrior, reaching up and over. Should feel familiar, right? Big breath in. Exhale, straighten. And then toes face the side of the mat as we come into that wide twist. So right hand down, left arm reaches up. Keep shifting that weight forward so you're not sitting back into the heels. Inhale. Exhale, we face the back for supported exalted. So right knee lowers and right arm lifts as we lean in towards the left side. Maybe softening a little bit more into that forward leg. Inhale. Exhale. And then gaze to the back. We're picking up our back leg to move into our figure four chair. Yeah, so we're bringing that ankle above the knee. We're scooting that seat back, our weight's in the heel. We can also reach our arms forward like we're driving a car. Hands could come to heart. Our arms could be onto our leg. If you have things that you like to play with, like flying pigeon, you can always have your hands down, working that leg into those armpits, and then maybe teeter-tottering forward. So the most important thing with so many arm balances, but definitely this one, is lifting up your butt. Your booty has to get up so you can lift, but you have to keep pushing the floor away at the same time, right? So see what happens if it's not working for you? No big deal. Because there's the figure four chair. Who doesn't want to be a figure four chair? So I'll take one more breath in. Exhale, step it back. And yes, we're right and ready for the other side. 2 infinity flows. So left arm reaches up as we stack shoulder on top of shoulder for that runner's twist. I had no idea what I was about to say. And then ground down through your back foot. Warrior 2 legs so that we can take it to our reverse warrior, reaching up and over. Inhale. Exhale, straighten that leg, toes face the long edge. Left hand down, right arm up as we stack shoulder on top of shoulder, twisting open towards the front of our mat. And then our next inhale, we come forward, that left knee lowers, left arm is up as we come into supported exalted. Maybe go a little bit deeper into that forward leg, feeling that space in that hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale. And then gaze forward, pick up that back leg, figure four chair. So that ankle is above the knee. And we can have any of those arm variations you like. Or if you're feeling that flying pigeon, maybe work your leg into the armpits and teeter-totter forward. Just play with lifting, pushing. See what happens. Maybe magic happens. And maybe it doesn't. Really all good either way. We won't add those for the next round, so no worries there. So let's step that left foot back. Runner's twist, left hand down, right arm up. We ground down so that we can inhale into our reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten. Right hand down, left arm up as we twist towards the back. And then we lower the right knee down as we face the back. Right arm is up for supported exalted. Gaze to the back, figure four chair. And then we step it back and go right into our other side. Runner's twist, ground down as we inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten. Toes face the long edges, left hand down, right arm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, lower the left knee as we face forward, and left arm reaches up for supported exalted. And then we gaze to the front. Left ankle above that right knee for our figure four chair. We're already to the last round. How about that? Step it back. Left hand down, right arm up as we find our runner's twist. Ground down, we inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten, toes face the long edge. Right hand down, left arm up. We exhale, bringing that right knee down as we face the back, and right arm is up. And then we gaze to the back, figure four chair. We step it back, last side, right hand down, left arm up. Ground down as we inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten, toes face the side, left hand down, right arm up. And then we exhale, left knee lowers, left arm up for our exalted. And then we face forward, figure four chair. And then we step it back. Maybe we play with a vinyasa, or maybe we make our way to down dog or any resting position of choice, because I have some very good news for you. You've made it to my favorite part of the practice. It's peanut butter and jelly time, and I couldn't be more pleased to let you know that. The reason it's my favorite part of the practice is because it's also the end. So it's your favorite part too. So are we ready? Get what you need. Give yourself a pep talk. Put a big smile on your face, because your cells know nothing but happiness if you have a big smile on your face. So use it as a cheat code of sorts. And when you're ready, or when you tell yourself you're ready, we're going to meet in down dog. All right, let's do this. We're practicing santosha. What does that mean? We're finding ease. How are we doing that? Joy without conditions. So let's do this. From our down dog, right leg lifts. We bring it across as we inhale, fallen triangle pose. Left arm comes down as we face the other side. Side plank, where right leg lifts, and then that foot comes down to where we take a seat. We lean to the back, and then hands come to the front. As we come into our spinal balance, right leg back, left arm forward. We bring it in one time, we extend it, and then left hand down, right foot to the outside of that hand. Chest lifts for lizard. And then left foot steps forward as we come into our half moon. From that half moon, we take a big step back. Runner's twist, right hand down, left arm up. We ground down as we inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, we straighten, toes face the side for that wide twist, left hand down, right arm up. Facing the back, supported exalted, left knee down, left arm up. And then we face the back, coming into our figure four chair, where we'll step it back with an option to vinyasa, or maybe you just celebrate because the first side is done. All right, you got it. Left leg lifts. Exhale, we bring it across. We inhale, fallen triangle pose. Exhale, right hand lowers, face the other direction for side plank. Left leg lifts, we place that foot down, and we find our seat. Right arm reaches up overhead as we lean towards the front of our mat, and then both hands come to the back. Left leg goes back, right arm forward. We bring it in one time, and then we extend, right hand down, left foot forward, lizard, lift up. And then right foot steps forward, half moon, left arm and leg lift. Big bend as we softly land, runner's twist. Ground down for the back foot so that we inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten, toes face the side. Right hand is down as left arm reaches up, twisting towards the front of your mat. And then we come into supported exalted. Right knee down, right arm up. We gaze forward, figure four chair, which is so good to see now. And then we step it back. Option to move through your vinyasa or make your way to your down dog because you did it. Amazing work. You should be so proud of yourself. Let's make our way to a seated position. And we're going to slow down the breath as we close our eyes and place our hands onto our knees here. And just feel those side bodies expand as we let all of this practice kind of sink in for a moment. And here's the deal. Maybe you end right here. If you would like to come into a reclined position, or if you have anything else that you want to work on from here, please do it. Because we're going to make our way into our final pose, whatever that means for you. And as we come into that space, take a moment just to have so much gratitude for showing up to your mat today. So much gratitude for all the hard work that you just put in. So much gratitude for this feeling that you created through those things, because you're so amazing. Be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. And we'll make our way to our final pose, which we'll call Shavasana. As always, stay as long as you'd like. If you're ready to come out, we can make our way to a seated position where we'll bring our hands together at our heart center in our Anjali Mudra. And I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to lead you through this practice. It is a true honor. Please take these lessons with you as you leave the mat, not just of the practice itself, but santosha, where we find ease and joy without conditions, because our true yoga happens once we leave our mats. Until next time, namaste.